Changing shapes can be intimidating. We're gonna go from square to almond with a few of my tricks. Let's do some nails. So if your client or yourself wants to change a shape, and I've got a relatively longish square, you don't have to take them all off to change the shape. Whether you've got hard gel on here, acrylic, full cover tips, hybrid gel, doesn't matter what you're using. We can change this to a almond pretty quickly. So one thing you want to do is get yourself some good files. You can do it with an e-file too, and we can bring that in if we want, but let's try it with the hand file. One thing you do want to do in your mind is draw a line right down the center. And then you want to find that center point, because that center point is going to be the tip of your almond. And when you do an almond, you just want to take off the corners right now. Don't take it from this side and file a straight line like this, because almonds are kind of fat. They're going to a point, but they're kind of a fat point. That's why I like them. They're nice and round and chubby. I love it. So what we want to do is take off that corner. So I'm just going to take a file and I'm just going to take off that corner. See that? A total chunk is gone. The fear is we don't want to take the filing too much into this side. We're going to go on the other side now, and we're going to take that chunk away. See that? I'm going to hold the file just like that. This is kind of hard to do. It's very awkward. Let's see if we can use the e-file as an example. Maybe it'll file away a little bit faster. Well, naturally it will, because I'm not sawing back and forth, right? See what I'm doing? It's a little easier to see with this file. Notice I'm not touching this area in here. This is not a stiletto. If you're making a stiletto, you go right from that spot, but this is an almond. So we want to take this off to the center. Now again, we don't want to take length off either. Right? Now it's starting to shape up. It's looking kind of round, right? So we want to maintain. We haven't taken any length off whatsoever. Now we've got this edge under here. See this? Let's go to the hand file again. I mean, with the e-file, you can certainly do this with an e-file. You have to always trim it up with a hand file. You can't trim it up with these. This takes off bulk. This was not fine-tuned at all. It's just great for removing bulk. Filing is all about angles. That's really the name of the game with filing. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm softening that nice gentle bulge that takes me to that almond on this side. See how this side is much smoother? Still not almondy yet, but we're getting there. And this side is much fatter. We want to take this side down. See that one corner? I'm going to take that up now. So what we want to do is you want to look at it sideways. See how the nail is drooping down a little bit? Well, we don't want that. So we are going to take that up on the underside and make it nice and even. And we're going to do that on the opposite side. Okay, so you can see when we take it up from the underside and the side, we're starting to get a nice round shape. Susie, we're still not almond yet, right? We're still looking at a round nail. Now we have to fine tune it. You see, it didn't take much to get to this point. We just got to fine tune it now to get it to almond. And almond, of course, is a point at the end. It's kind of fat until it comes to the very end. I need to make sure, this is getting down to the details, but I need to make sure that this cuticle and sidewall lines up with how this comes to the outside. You don't want your almond to come down and then bulge out into the point. You want it to remain straight on your sidewalls. So I want to be able to take this down. Now, where this problem might be coming into play is you may have the right shape, but you've got too much top product. And that's why you might have to take it all the polish off and reshape it to take it to take the thickness down from the top side. Okay, so let's take a look at that again. So I can file this and I can be quite happy with my shape. but it still might be a bit thick and you're wondering why, and that's because it may be too thick on the top side. It's kind of an optical illusion. See, that's not bad, but let's take a look at it this way, right? See the thickness on the side? Look at that wideness on the side there. That's giving the illusion when you look at it this way that it's bulkier than it is, because that's not bad. That looks pretty good. We're starting to look almond now. So now we have to take a look at the top side. So I'm just going to remove the product from the top side. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do to really show how much we need to take off? I'm going to leave the product on to show you where we're going. It might be easier to be able to see. So I'm focusing on this area right here. And what I want to do is take the bulk of it down from the top so I can make a nice petite almond shape. Honestly, it's such little detail, but it makes such a huge difference between a good almond shape and a bad almond shape. Okay, so look at how much I took away. Look at that. Now I took away the gel, of course. That was to show you the area that I'm working in. And then I took away some product as well to thin it out and make it look a little bit more dainty and delicate to get that nice almond shape. And now I need to do the same for the other side. So like I say, not only is gel being removed, but also the acrylic product that I used to make this now. But with this, I was able to show you exactly the area that I'm working in. See where the product is removed, both on the left and the right side, right? You can see that product is gone. Now I'm going to take my medium file and I'm going to, it depends on how pointy you want the end. You don't have to go much pointier. This is a pretty good almond shape. But if I just go a little bit pointier, that's gonna be a nice almond shape. So once I establish what I want my shape to be, I will take a fine file and just literally make it nice and smooth. And you can go under it as well to do the same. So I just do a nice and smooth underneath. And I can do that on the side too. Make sure it's nice and smooth along there. Okay, look at that. We've gone from a square nail without touching the length at all and turning it into an almond with just a few little moves. I'll take all the polish off and repolish so we can see the true shape. Check out the photos back to back. The almond shape and stilettos are one of my favorite shapes. For years, I did square. I love square. But I just really fell in love with the almond when it first came out, probably about 10 years ago. I'm just stuck on it. Anyway, if you want to see more videos, I have lots of videos on almond and stiletto shapes. Catch you in the next video.